Well, good morning. Good morning, everybody. We're back here playing some Minecraft. Coffee and Minecraft, baby. We're getting it started. Okay, so I'm at the Boneville bunker right now because I need to convert a bunch of mud. We're actually breaking away from Steelport for a little bit. I got a couple other projects I want to do, and I thought, what the heck? Let's just do it. So I AFK'd here while I took the kids up to the bus, and hopefully, we'll see, but hopefully I got enough wheat to get on with my next project. And to do that, I brought a decent amount of mud here, and we'll see here if I can make a bunch of this stuff. So we're going back to, I guess I can just shift click this, right? Yeah, it's pretty nice crafting mechanic there. A little bit painful, you know, a little bit painful, but nice I can just do this. So anyway, we're heading back to the island of Luminar today, and the reason why we're heading back there is because I want to finish that by day 17,000, including not just the actual island, which is already. Hey, Warder, how's it going? But also I want to finish the castle and also the mirror. Now we've been working primarily on the castle, well only castle. So the castle must have 4 towers according to the lore of my world here. So we're gonna start working on the 4th tower, and I laid it out already. Wait till you see it. It is freaking massive. It is so big. So it's gonna take a while. We're gonna be at this for probably the whole week, just working, you know, chipping away at this, doing a little bit here, a little bit there, all that kind of stuff. So as much as we can anyway, and then we'll move on. Hey, Cloudsos, good morning, buddy. So yeah, just grabbing all my mud here, and then we'll start. Like Cloudsos, wait till you see the expansion of the castle of Luminar. It's gonna be a big one, a really big one. So, you know, like starting any big, massive project, I'm a little bit nervous. I was thinking about doing all the colors today in the skyscraper, but I just kind of been at that for over a week, and I just kind of felt like doing something else for a little bit. So we're gonna do something else for a little bit. That's the beauty of Minecraft. You bounce. I mean, that's probably, actually, honestly, that's probably my favorite thing about Minecraft is just the ability to. Hello, there it is. To just bounce around and do all different things. There's so many different things. Oh, it's considerably bigger. I'll show it to you. We're actually gonna fly directly there, because it's right in the middle of the ocean here in my world, and my ocean is pretty much dead center. So we're down. Boneville, where we are right now, the Boneville bunker, and Gabor is south, so we're gonna head north, and there's a road that connects that goes around the ocean, and that's where you get up into like New Hope and all that stuff. But if you just keep flying basically straight north, then you run into the island of Luminar, which is directly in the middle of this ocean. It's really, honestly, the geography is really great. I really like it. Can you guys hear the background music, by the way? Changed up my background music using my old media player so I can actually hear it. Although I can't hear it when my air conditioner's cranked, but like it is right now. My air conditioner is cranked because my allergies are a little bit rough today, so I want to keep it nice and cold in here so I can breathe. Yeah, check out. You can see these are the 3 existing towers, and here's the expansion. So, this is what we're starting to work on today. I think I have a pretty decent design. You have to look at it kind of quick. I think it's a pretty decent design. It connects a whole bunch of different levels. Should be nice. We're just going to start by just starting to put down blocks and just fill in some of the walls here. So, let's see. Probably, I mean, there's no way I have enough mud for this. It's so big, but yeah. Get ready for this view, because this is what we're looking at today. So how you guys doing? How was your weekend? Anything fun? Anything cool? I did do in this tower when I was laying it out over the weekend. I did endeavor to make a few more towers. I thought this is the front of Luminar, so I thought that a couple more towers would look kind of nice. So I did put additional towers in. I think that is that is pretty helpful, actually. So, nope. Anyway, do anything fun this weekend, or doing a cool Minecraft building? I didn't get a lot done. Listen, yesterday, I started. You got some music written over the week. Oh, that's cool. Claudius, you still writing for that horror game, the Van Helsing thing? I played, my normal gigs. Oh, that's awesome, dude. I can't wait to hear more of it, man. I really enjoyed that organ track. That was really cool. I didn't know that you had like keyboard chops like that. I thought you were primarily like a guitar player. Maybe you are, but I did not realize that your keyboard chops were that good, because that was very cool. Unless you recorded it on guitar, I can't imagine that would work, but I don't know that much. I do a lot of recording. In fact, I have a recording. I got hired for a recording session tonight, actually. But that's where I just walk in and play the music that people wrote for me and get a couple takes, and then I go home. That's all. That's my end of it. What's up, Trail? How's it going? Anyway, so listen, this class, so this online school thing. So I started early. Some of the classes release on Sunday, which is cool. Gives you like sort of a day leg up on getting started. So I started yesterday after the Steeler game. I started on my 2 easy classes. I have 2 easier classes that have been easy so far. One of them, super easy. Just took notes. Not even an assignment due this week. Sweet, right? Totally cake. The other class required this simulation of a case where I had to screen a little girl for like a speech articulation disorder, which we honestly haven't learned that much about yet, like as far as like the screening process, right? So just thrown to the wolves. And the problem is I had to get you have a MIDI controller to record other instruments. Oh, that's cool. So you played it on guitar and then it just put in the notes for organ. Oh, that's cool. So basically, and I had to get a 100% completion rate to get credit for the assignment. Which means every time you get a wrong answer, basically, every time I got a wrong answer, I had to redo it. Now, I got as many chances as I wanted to redo it, but I had to redo it. I had to redo this assignment 17 times. Now, towards the end, I didn't have to do the whole thing, because as soon as I missed something, I just wrote down. I finally got smart after the first, 10 times, where I started writing down every guess I was taking, because I don't know that much about assessments yet. There's which test should you give? And I was like, well, no one's ever taught me what all the different tests do, and there's no description, so I was just guessing, because you have to get them all, right? To get the 100%, you have to get them all. And so, I got, I probably got 80% of them just on my current knowledge, but I didn't get 100%. So to get that 100%, I was just guessing. And, oh, man, I was up until... I worked on it basically, and I have a rule where I don't work on schoolwork when I have the boys. However, this weekend, I had them the whole weekend. There wasn't a travel day, which was awesome that I didn't have to drive. But yesterday, we played really hard together on Saturday. So yesterday, I thought, okay, I'm going to let them play their electronics after the Steeler game. They can just play, and I'll get started on my week of schoolwork. So yesterday, I worked on schoolwork from basically 4:30 with only a dinner break until 2:30 a.m. Until 2:30 a.m. And when I finally finished this assignment. So I have 2 classes done for the week with 4 left. And here's the kicker, because we have a Discord. I got everyone in my class on Discord, so we have a Discord group, which is awesome. So we actually get to know each other. But not only do I have the sort of assignments for the week, every weekly assignment, but additionally I have these sort of semester long overarching assignments. I don't know how to do them, because the week assignment takes me a week. So I'm freaking out a little bit about it, to be completely honest. So I'm going to try really hard today, starting at 9 a.m., to do probably one of my hardest 2 classes, and knock it out for the week. Just take the whole day and do 1 class, knock it out for the week, and then next week, and then tomorrow, try to cram in like a couple more, just so I can try my best to finally get to one of these like overarching assignments that's going to take like a whole bunch of days, you know? I just don't know how to get ahead enough to do it. Good morning, Woman Mother. Yeah, it's not quite as bad as when I say 17 times, because basically, after like the 5th or 6th time, I realized that I was not going to get them all right, so I just started writing everything down on like a notepad here. And then, as soon as I missed a question, like the second I missed a question, I would just immediately X out of it and start over again. But that means you have to start over, you have to re-put in all of your answers, which, by the way, is typing phonetically. And if you don't know how to type in... I did get your updated add-on. I have not done anything with it, though. This is the first time I've loaded Minecraft since, like, Saturday morning. So, every time I had to redo it, I had to retype in IPA, which is International Phonetic Alphabet. If you don't know how to do that, that's like... So, in any language, it's all the sounds that, like, the human mouth can make for language. So... It's slow, man. It's really slow to do it. So, yeah. So, every time I redid it, I had to retype 60 answers in IPA. Every time I had to redo it. So, it just took so long. And as soon as I made a mistake, just like, right, boom, right, X out, do it again. Anyway, yeah, I would say burnout. Burnout isn't the right word, but I'm not super happy about it. Wow, I have like no food left. I may have to go. Oh, wait. Yeah, COD sucks, but man, I kill animals all. Oh, here we go. What am I doing? Okay. Oh, cool. Okay, all right. So let's see. What are we doing here? We are filling in. Look at the size of this. Oh, jeez. The size of this is just. It's just mad. It's going to be awesome. I mean, it's going to be so awesome. I'm really, really excited for it. Now, I have to be smart about how I do this because I want to see. Let's talk about this for a second. Let's talk about Minecraft, shall we? So I want to see that there's depth, right? And one of the ways that there is depth is that I'm gonna have to like start this whole thing and sort of gradually fade in, like obviously over here a white pale oak is the top and sand is the middle, and then the mud is sort of the bottom texture as you go up. Not, it's random, but like kind of that's the idea. Here I'm gonna have to treat this whole thing as one, so I'll do all mud for like this level, regardless of which background it's in, I think, right? And then sand, and then pale oak at the top. I think that's going to have to be how it is, so it doesn't look dumb. So I think all of this is going to have to really be mud. All right, let's see. Semester assignments are easy. You can carve out 2 hours a week and do that every week. I mean, I hear you. But it feels overwhelming. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Like, I could just carve out 2 hours, do a little bit here, a little bit there. But it's so easy to get caught in the minutia of just like doing every day your weekly work all the time. Because there's also like studying for quizzes and crap, you know, like. And when the problem is, when are you ever done studying for a quiz, right? Like, you always think like, well, I could study more, right? Oh, my phone's blowing up. Who's texting me this early in the morning? Anyway, you always think, well, I could study more, like you could always study more for a quiz or for a test or for an exam or something like that. And so far, we've only really had quizzes. I haven't had a real exam yet. So it's a lot, it's a lot. It's just a lot of stuff. Hey, I have a question, Laura question. How old is the Mirror of Luminar in your world? The Mirror of Luminar is ancient. It predates. The Mirror predates the current the current rise of humanity. I would say it's probably either Probably pre-Codex Quadrivian, I think. I haven't totally locked that down, but it's ancient. And because it's been under the sea, remember. Now, obviously, we can't raise things up out of the sea. But the idea is that this entire island where the mirror was under the sea. And Agent Skeens here, who found it, had to use happy gas to raise it up. Man, it feels like a long time since we started down this road of doing this, but here we still are. Yeah, so Agent Skeens has raised the mirror up with the whole island that it's like connected to, and then he's building a castle on it. So at some point we'll deal with the happy gas that are holding up the island, but that's just the building portion of this. Those are hypothetical. Like as far as lore goes, those are already here, right? Okay. Yeah, all this has got to be... I mean, the nice thing is I get a lot of mud blocks back whenever I put in windows and stuff, but I find it's just faster, or I think it's better for me to fill in the whole thing first and then come back and texture it, whether it put in windows, all that kind of junk. I never really like when I put in Windows first, because I put in Windows first and I don't base it on like the outside, and that's really what kind of matters is to me is how the outside looks. So I always find it's better to do it sort of in this order. Ah, you finished the Mistborn first book. Oh, it's such a great book. Ah, did you love it? Oh man, it's so good. It's so good. The second book's great. The third book is it's a satisfying conclusion. I think it comes down maybe a little bit compared to the first two books, but it sets up the future of the Cosmere, and it's really great. I mean, it's really great. Oh, I love that you're reading Mistborn. It's so good. I'm so jealous because you get to like experience it for the first time, and like, oh man, I love it. I mean, all of my reading time, Cloud just comes in my car on listening. I'm not a big Audible fan anymore, based on how they've been just totally screwing authors. But also that's like really the only way I can possibly listen to books or read books these days. Audible, man, pretty slimy company. I know it's Amazon, but like slimy, man. If you've been following what Audible has been doing to authors, if you haven't, check out like a Daniel Green video on it. It's slimy. The mirror sold. The Nether was lush and green. I don't have lore for the Nether in my world, really. I don't, Yeah, I don't know. I've never really... We did so much lore for the Nether and Vastin. All streaming companies are slimy. I think you're absolutely right. Audible in particular, though, has been making some, like, really, really crappy decisions regarding, like, authors and getting paid and stuff. So, okay, so the way it works, basically, for Audible... So, you may not be aware. Audible has two different services combined as one, basically, and one is where you get a credit a month and you buy and you actually own the Audible book. It's yours, you own it, right? So you can cancel your Audible subscription forever and keep the books that you've gotten with those credits, and that's a pretty decent deal. It's like $16 a month, and the authors get like a certain percentage of that. I don't remember exactly what that percentage is that they pay out. I want to say it's like 50% or something. I could be wrong, but that's not really the point. The point is authors do get a chunk of that change that's maybe not as good as industry standard, which would be like 70%, but like it's not terrible, I think. But here's where the real, and that's the good part. Here's where the real problem comes in. The real problem comes in where they started a second thing, which is called Audible Unlimited. And that's a cheaper subscription. It's like $9. But also it's included with your main Audible subscription. So if you're an Audible Premium, meaning that you get your credit, you can also listen to Audible Unlimited, which is streaming as many books as you want every month, unlimited, from this huge library that they have. Now there's actually two issues with it. One is a big portion of their library is beginning to be AI narrated, and I really hate that. But that's a whole separate issue. The bigger issue is the payment for the authors. So the deal is, if you are an author and someone buys your book with a credit, then you would get like 50% of $16, whatever the percentage is. I could be wrong on that. That's not really the point of where I'm going. So you get like $8 for selling your books, right? Your book for that credit. However, if that same person listens to one book from the unlimited Audible Unlimited streaming thing, then that $8 gets split 50-50 between you and the author of the book from streaming unlimited, right? So all of a sudden, the credit that you just got is only $4 instead of $8. But here's where it gets really crappy. Say that same person is a vociferous reader, right? And they listen to 5 books on Audible Unlimited that month. Any portion of 5 books. Even if they just listen to like a minute of it and delete it, right? Then that $8 is split 6 ways between all 6 authors. So the credit, the person bought your book to own forever, you're only getting like $1.60 for that book instead of your full $8 for the book. Which also, you split that between you and the narrator, right? Unless you are the narrator, but most authors aren't. So yeah, then you would split that money between you and the narrator in some pre-agreed upon way. It's really, really crappy. So like, and you can't sign out of it. That's like the default. So like, if I have a book on and I sell 100 copies of it, but those people are also listening to the streaming service, then I'm getting like, what, like $100 maybe for selling 100 books. It's so crappy. Yeah. Now I will say, I'm a little bit of a hypocrite, and boy, hypocrisy really bothers me, so I shouldn't even admit this, but I use Amazon a lot. I do. I use it a lot to buy just household items so we can live our life. I use it a lot. I wish I didn't, but I do. So I want to be completely clear that I'm a bit of a hypocrite myself. But that's just so crappy for authors, man. That just sucks. Yeah, subscription services do suck. I can't believe how little musicians are making from streaming services, but now authors are looped into it too. It's the fire parts of the pantheon. So the god of fire, god of smithing, god of combustion. Well, in my world, we don't have gods. So I've been a little bit, although we have the oracle, but there's actually, I have lore written for the oracle, actually, of who the oracle is and what the deal is and all that kind of stuff. Not really a god. Jill Barrett, YouTuber and author of book Just Stab Me Now, has complained about it as well, even when she voice recorded her own book. Well, at least then she didn't have to split that between a narrator and her too, but it's a really wildly unfair system. I can't believe how bad it is. And you know, why would they care? Audible owns the entire market. So I have been trying my best. I don't know, I just did the same thing. I've been trying my best to take books only out of the library for audiobooks, but sometimes you just can't get what you want from the library, or there's a really long wait or whatever, you know? Because I mean, that doesn't really help the author not getting paid, though, honestly. So, I don't know. And you can't, and also to get the best deal, to make the most money from all that stuff, you have to be exclusive to Audible, too. So you can't even market your stuff on a different platform, or you don't get the good rate, right? It's really terrible. My goodness, folks, we're gonna be here forever. This is so much bigger than my last part of this castle. I mean, it's gonna be awesome, but it's so much bigger. I see that creeper up there. Oh, okay. That was pretty close. Have it be that the Nether's alternate reality where humanity blew themselves up, tapping in so they can travel faster, wormholes. I like that idea. I might do something I've thought about before, because of the traveling bit, I've thought before about using the Nether as a almost like an alternate timeline. Like that something happened to a world or something like that, but I don't know. I haven't thought it through that much yet, so I'll come up with something whenever I'm ready. I really dislike building in the Nether, to be honest, so I'm not in a big hurry to come up with lore for it. I don't plan on building in the Nether ever. In fact, I don't really plan on going to the Nether ever. Weren't there some kind of god statues at the university you built? Oh, there was. Oh my god. Well, mother, you're brilliant. But that was like a false religion, right? That was like a religion that people in this world believed in. I could not for the life of me tell you what that religion was. That was so long ago. The oracle's gender, genderless. I've purposely gone back and forth on how I referred to them with pronouns. It's the Oracle. Well, the Oracle never had like physical presence up until the Edwin merge, right? That's one of that's actually one of the most important pieces of lore of this entire world. Is the Oracle was kind of just like a force, like almost like a force of nature, until merging with Edwin, and then I guess developing some sort of physical presence. But that's as far as the Oracle's age, that's a very recent development. What all religions are, if you use enough logic on them, or even any logic. Even if you just think about it for a little bit. Even if you just read the book that they have. Anyway, we can talk about that another day. We went into that last stream. Oh, you know what I wanted to I did want to talk about today is I wanted to talk about, oh my gosh, we only have 9 minutes left. How did this happen? What are you guys feeling for the Minecraft Minecraft Live announcement? What do you think the next update is going to be? Everyone seems to be thinking it's going to be water. I don't know, maybe, I don't know. I mean, I'm not super intrigued about a water update, honestly. Cool, I guess, cool. I mean, anything's cool. I'm acting like I don't know. But I mean, yeah, any update's great. I love every possible update is awesome. But water, I don't build in the water very much, so that's not super intriguing to me. I would be more intrigued by maybe another dimension, just because I think we'd get so many new blocks, which would be really cool. But everyone wants the new dimension, What are you feeling? Well, that's what I thought, but I'm telling you, every leak is like water update. Someone thought there might be a spears update, which is kind of interesting, actually. Like a PvP centric update. I could see that. I could totally see a PvP style update coming, for sure. That's been an area of the game they haven't touched much. I think that they thought that the mace might be more used in PvP, and now granted, I don't play PvP ever, but I don't feel that the mace is typically used in PvP very much. So I don't know. I'll tell you one thing I would really like from a Bedrock perspective is I'd really like them to deal with villager linking, like just parity from that front, because our iron farm situation in Bedrock is pretty bleak. As I've said before, I really like the copper treatment, but for iron. I don't mean copy all the same blocks, but just give us make iron a usable building block. I would love to build out of iron. I want to build spaceships and stuff. I would love the World of Color update. I was talking to Jerm about it on his stream a couple days ago. give us like all the terracotta concrete variations and stuff like that. I feel like that would be the a really well-received update and really easy for them to code. Like just throwing in the walls and stairs of a block we already have feels like that would be really easy, but I'm not a coder. I don't know. Can't imagine that would be super complicated. So that'd be really nice. A structure overhaul update. Yeah, like variations of all the structures. That would be really cool, actually. That would be really cool. Now, I don't do a lot of exploring, so maybe that wouldn't be the update for me necessarily. I kind of stay, as you know, in this one little corner of my world only. But I do think that that would be a cool update for Minecraft in general. The combat snapshots, I could see it. I could see the combat snapshots for sure. We are going to be out of mud so soon. I cannot believe it already. It's more... Well, I mean, okay, yeah, I get you. I do get you. I do get you. But like... I mean, they're not coming up with new blocks. They would just be giving an existing palette the same structure that they've given, like, essentially all the other blocks in the game. So that's why I don't feel like it'd be that wildly complicated. Not saying I could do it, but I feel like Mojang could probably do that pretty quickly and then maybe work towards something massive like an end update type of situation, you know? Could be a religion of people that are the 4 tribes. Oh, we're talking about the Nether, okay. Could be a religion by a people that aren't from the 4 tribes. Maybe not necessarily false religion. That's true. That's interesting. Well, I mean, you know, I will mostly carry my views over to this world as far as all that kind of stuff goes. So, I like the idea of a, you know, in this world, I've always leaned away, in this world, versus like Vastin and other worlds that I've played in, I've always leaned away from the, like, sort of mythological nature and really try to have a kind of science-based world. And I'd probably like to continue that primarily, where, like, there aren't... Although there is magic, but even the magic in this world is pretty tame. Now, there's magic in the Fixxitt-verse, of course, but in this world, it's pretty low key. Have you found trail runes? Well, no, actually, not. Well, I had, but not since the merging when I lost everything. So I had found trail ruins. I do need to go replace all the. I do need to go replace all of my sherds and all of my what's the other thing? Not sherds. Armor trims. I do need to go replace all my armor trims and sherds and stuff because I lost them all in the merging. All of them. Ugh. Pain. I spent so much time gathering those. I don't think that these add anything here. I don't know why that's there. I guess that was part of the original sort of design. Oh, this was a tower. I did the towers first and then I kind of connected the walls. $8.57? What the heck, man? A spear coming? Trident recipe? Well, Mother, you're a fellow Bedrock player. You don't need a Trident recipe. They drop like crazy. In Bedrock, I can see Java people want a Trident recipe, but for us, you build a Trident farm, and before you're even done building the farm, you'll have more Tridents than you'll ever need in your life. You can just come over to my world and grab some Tridents. Wouldn't that be cool? Wouldn't that be cool if you could take stuff from world to world? That would be cool. Since Bedrock has such a cool world joining mechanism, if you could make it so that you could, like, bring stuff between worlds, that would be really interesting. I don't know how that would exactly work out. It'd have to be a setting, but that could be really interesting. I don't know. Trail, I'll bow to you as being way more knowledgeable in coding and stuff than I am. I find it a little bit hard to believe that adding stairs, slabs, and walls for an already existing block would be that intense. But I mean, like I say, I'll bow to you. You know more about than I do. So, and I'm a trust the experts guy. If the experts tell me one thing, then I will believe it. So, but that is shocking to me. I'll say that much. Okay. Struggle to get tridents. Oh my goodness. Do you know, Wolf Mother, you know about my trident farm in this world, right? It's right here. Have you seen this? Certainly you have. It's right here. Oh, yeah, just build this. This takes like seconds. I mean, you could build this in, I don't know, like, I mean, I'm not even kidding. You could build this. You just have to build it over an ocean. You could build this in 20 minutes, you know? And they spawn, it has to be open to the air or open to the sky. It has to be open to the sky. And you have to have 2 blocks. So I have 1 block of water on top of the soul sand and then 1 block on top of the water that like flows that direction. And then I just have a trident killer down here. And you don't even need a trident killer at first to get started if you don't have any tridents, but yeah, I mean, look, I just cleared this out. Like, I just cleared this out days ago, and look. Oops. Look. All 4 of these double chests have, like, a row of tridents, basically. I mean, it's so fast. And it doubles as a really, really effective ink farm. I mean, that's why I built Luminar. I built Luminar initially for this. Look at them go. Look, here comes a trident right here. I was holding my looting sword, and then I'm about to get, from that guy, I'm going to get probably a trident and a nautilus. Wait, did I turn off? Did I turn off the killer? No. Wait, maybe I did. Oh, I did. I guess oh, you know, I know what happened. There we go. There you go. Look, it's just like that. I mean, you stand here for like a couple minutes. And look at them go. Look at like at nighttime it's a mixture of drowned and squid, and daytime it's all just squid. And so I modified this. I found this design. I don't remember who. I found this design. Obviously it's very easy, but then I added the trident killer down the bottom. The original design didn't have it, but I added the trident killer so I could get, I know it's time. I'm just going to finish this. So I could use a looting sword because you get a lot more, because obviously I want ink and stuff. So, yeah, just make this. You'll have so many tridents, you'll never need them again. All right, folks, I gotta get to work. Starting medical speech language pathology week 4. Oh, are we week 4? Oh, I don't know if that's quick or late. All right, love y'all. Bye, everybody.